What's up, peeps? I've had a lot of requests as of recently to do a little tutorial on a beginner's guide to sweeping, so I'm going to just have a little sweep and show you sort of the brief idea, and then we'll go over what I'm doing in better detail. So let's take a look. Okay, so that was pretty awesome. Anyway, what I want to do today is just concentrate on a C major arpeggio. We're just going to work on a 5-string idea that's relatively simple. We're just going to do the ascend bit first, and if we're feeling cocky, we'll try doing the descent as well. So let's go through this arpeggio. We're going to do this inside and out many times through. I'm going to start from 15 of the 5th, 14 of the 4th, 12 of the 3rd, 13 of the 2nd, and then 12 to 15 on the 1st, and that will probably be hammered on if we're sweeping that. Okay, so we've got that brief idea. Now the main thing that I want to focus on to start off with is the right hand in the picking, or if your left hand, just your picking hand. So let's close up on this end. Okay, so we're just going to focus mainly on the right hand, but I will do the arpeggios on the left hand as well. Now the most difficult thing that I found when I was initially learning sweeps is that I was either trying to strum right through or just play the arpeggio really fast, either doing alternate picking or just trying to do a lot of down picks, which was balls. It just didn't work. So what I want to concentrate on today initially is the glide on the right hand. We're not going to be strumming through, we're not going to be picking the notes individually, we're just going to be playing a note and pushing down till we're resting on the next string. You've got to get that idea right before we start getting the melody on the left hand. So it's just pushing down, and the rule you've got to make for yourself is that you're not going to lift off in between each string. So now if we put the left hand arpeggio with that, you'll notice that when I'm finishing one string, I'm just pushing down till I'm resting on the next. And you go and do that till you get bored and your hands start meeting up with each other. So the idea is that we're not going for a strum, we're not going for an individual pick, we're just going for a gentleman's glide. Okay, so now that our right glidey hand is nice and happy, I just want to go back to that arpeggio idea and try and work on a descent now. Still working with the C major arpeggio shape. Now, one thing you'll notice with this is that I've got 2 fingers on one string, and then the rest is just one note a string. Now when I'm doing something like this, I start off with a forward stroke, so I waste enough time for the pull-off to happen. Otherwise I end up doing this. I've beaten my left hand to the next string, and that's a big no-no. So what I'm doing is doing a forward stroke, wasting enough time for the pull-off to finish, and then just sweeping my way back there. So if I work that as an ascend into a descending sweep, I wait for the hammer-on and the pull-off to finish, and make my way there and back. You notice that when I'm getting to the bottom, if I take out the left hand, I'm going, wait for it to finish, work my way back. And that same idea occurs if you're going to do something like this. You'll notice that on this inversion of the A minor arpeggio, I'm hammering on 2 notes here. So I'm still doing basically all downstroke for this sweep, but I have to wait for the hammer-on to finish before I go to the next string, otherwise this crap happens. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing a very exaggerated lift here. You might do something a little bit less silly, but I wait for the note to finish, and then I dive down my sweep. So I'm going something like this just on my right hand. You sort of notice that I'm kind of diving up and then waiting and then going to complete the sweep. So as a combination of getting the glides happening, also you've got to get used to where your hammer-ons and your pull-offs are going to be, and finding the most sensible stroke direction to sort of compensate for the time you need to waste before you're going to sweep backwards and forwards. I hope this has been very helpful for you guys. If you've got any questions or you want me to make a follow-up video, please let me know and I'll do my best to help you strap your young shredders out there. And if you're wondering why sweeping isn't helping you get the ladies, it's probably because they want to hear stuff like this. I am driving about 55 kind of morning. So So guys out there, please don't shred your heart out. Please don't learn to sweep trying to pick up girls. They're not interested. Just learn some John Mayer or some Lumineers or something like that. They'll love that a lot more. I'll catch you soon.